return to what we were doing yesterday.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans.
Let's get it.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Nashville. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Didn't I already use that?
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2 days. One was my birthday and one was Columbia Day or something. Okay.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needs a few more yards to pick up the first. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And the slot man goes in motion left. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Tannehill. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 48 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. They'll run it again with Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks. It'll be a gain of 5. This will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tannehill on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave it.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon.
That wasn't an impressive drive.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Room here to run. He's at the 40.
How you score, bro?
The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 72 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, a second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Dig in, let's go.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And this one resulted in losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry as the first half is winding down. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, Carr. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As time expires in the first half. And the Raiders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and he will get into the
Clutch.
end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get
Thanks
the
for running
touchdown
for
on
me.
the final play, and 2 more for good measure. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis.
You sure you want to give me a short
getting
field?
set for quarter number
Are
3
you
here.
sure?
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
He'll rifle this one deep right
82
side.
speed, tight end.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Foster Moreau, 43 yards. And the
Like I said, are
Raiders
you sure you want to give me short
quickly
field?
to add on to their lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9.
2-possession game, fellas. Man, this formation is clutch.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From the 6.
Ooh, keep the tackle.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Ooh, you want to go in tight.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat
run it,
that.
Max
Charles'
Crosby,
defense,
keep
they were
doing it.
very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry.
Tackles.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Should be fumbling any minute now. That's 20 carries. It's usually the target mark when you start fumbling.
4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, here's Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now a carry here for Hilliard. And some room to roam now. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Henry up the middle. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. It's Traylon Burks from Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are back within a score. Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raider offense
He's only
set to
had
get
it for
this
like
drive
5
started.
plays.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his Carr on third down. He hits Adams complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on first down is Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Elijah Molden up to make the stop.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been
This guy literally just thought he was just going to come in here and run with Derrick Henry and beat me.
1st and 10 at the 18.
You need more than just running with Derrick Henry.
Center receiver in motion to the right.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
You got to have defense.
And brought down, but not before they get it
You got to be able
inside
to
the
stop
10
Josh
to the
Jacobs.
7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's Jacobs. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining.
Please run
as we
commit so I
step
can get you this
aside
play action.
in the fourth quarter.
Please run commit.
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
I told you to run commit, bro.
Absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of
Come on, man. Run commit.
the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Run commit, bro. Come on.
Pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the
Thank you.
chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Now you got to put the ball in the air, bro, or you're not going to stand a chance. Another 3-minute drive. You ain't got 3 minutes, bro. You down 2 possessions. You need to put that ball in the air. Stop being pussy. Play pussy, you get fucked.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle.
Why are you still trying to run the ball, bro?
Deficit. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Eluding the pressure right.
Play pussy, get fucked. Let's go.
Intercepted, and that should do
Knew you were going to have to come to my pass defense.
By Trayvon Merrick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run it with Jacobs.
Why you not run committing, bro?
Into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turn
Damn, showing you better win.
into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Y'all let me know what the score of that game is. Deep Titan.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles.
In the triple coverage, really, with 2-2 a running back?
The other offense are going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Why you want to run? You don't know how to pass.
They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down.
Shit, Pearl.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So it's Raider football as we get
he thought he was just going to come out and run with Derrick Henry.
Just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the
left hand. You can't do that the whole game against guys like me.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Carr going to look to throw. Touchdown.
I'll start running the score up at that point.
14-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And now once again, they'll
take your run game away from you by just lighting the scoreboard up.
Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Hey, man, y'all being spicy in the chat.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
You get holding?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
See how quickly took him out of his game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum, and
Woo-hoo! Webb is nice.
Have intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Facing this 4th quarter.
Yeah, taking run game away. He ain't got shit.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look
at go, Jacobs.
That they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time.
Go, JJ.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. Incomplete on the deep ball.
Just swerve off of it. Bro, that's my 7th pass.
But they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead.
It's my 7th pass.
Makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Carr gonna throw here. Flushed out right.
Oh, I had 2 guys wide open.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right
play
around
cover
the
3 against me, bro.
10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
What is this?
Short pick up there down to about the 9. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. 114 yards.
See, that's how you balance the game, run, pass.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how we're playing this one out.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21.
Thought he was going to win with... He really thought he was just going to come into this game and thought it was going to be a Derrick Henry game. Like,
Tennessee offense about set, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game?
I'm going to keep everything out of fun.
Be honest.
And those 23 rush attempts, I don't even think I had 23 plays. In less than 23 plays, I scored 54 points. Let that resonate. Think about that.
You're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep.
Boy, my match coverage
is
insane.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
Run around him. Oh.
And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Launches deep. A jump ball.
With less than 10 passes, 54.
Charles, a lot of happy faces.
Oh, like less than 10, like 20 plays maybe, 10 rushes, 10 passes.
But boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this.
This game is nice.
Everything clicking for them in this contest.
Very nice.
The kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
Yeah, he thought he was going to come in and run with Derrick Henry, bro. And y'all already know 3rd, 4th quarter, you know, that's where everything on my scheme starts to open up. Because you get tired, you start trying to commit to things, thinking committing is going to work. And that's where I start opening it up, you know, switching up some of the hot route concepts I use. And you see right there, you see the jump between the 3rd and 4th quarter. You know, it just gets more annoying as the game goes on, you know, because once you get behind and opponents feel like, okay, I can't run the ball anymore, I'm behind, you know, then that defense starts kicking in. You know, credit to the defense getting the turnovers, really. You know, the offense is going to drive and score. But that's really just, you know, when you get a good lead and you play conservative, with perfect passer rating. 8 for 9. I would have been 9 for 9 with 4 touchdowns, but I think the one I tried to hit him with the outside fade, you know, he dropped it. But other than that, that was pretty solid. This man literally, look at the difference. 11 rushes, 3 touchdowns, 114 yards. He has 23 rushes and only has 2 more yards and 1 less touchdown. Now see the difference? 11 for 114. 20, you know, like that was his entire offense was Derrick Henry. That was it. Then you go to the receiving, you got 5 for $157. You know, like you mix it up. Yeah, that man got 8 tackles, bro. That's all I need, just make tackles. Merrick had the 2 picks. My boy Sam Webb with a pick. I'm also going to teach you guys more on matching personnel. If what I'm starting to use now versus spread sets is the dollar defense, I've reverted back to using it. It matches up pretty good coverage, and it still has the run fits. Because you're only going to, against spread, you're only going to have 5 linemen. And in the dollar, you've got 5 in the box, and then you can always bring a 6 if needed, if you want to blitz from somewhere, and bring a safety down. So you don't necessarily need to come out in a nickel versus spread sets, because sometimes it's going to make you vulnerable at the seams. But you can play a cover 3 in the dollar with the cover 3 lock, and the seam on the weak side will be in man coverage, so kind of show you how this looks on the interceptions that I had. All right. That's not that one. So like I said, it's the dollar look. Everything matches up. You got your 2 high safety look. You got your 2 linebackers. So both sides split even on a flex are going to give you the same looks. And all I have to do is defend the running back and pass over. Now I could have bailed as soon as I seen the post, because like I said, that's going to be covered by the quarter flat. The seam flat is going to take that route. The slot's in man, he's going to go to the flat. Curl flat's going to take the running back. And Hobbs over there, he's technically going to play that outside third. So he's just going to kind of give him a press inside look, and Bell to cover the outside third to give help over the top on the running back. Now, like I said, he does have a dress window. Like, if he throws it right there, maybe he can get it. But it's really a timing throw. I probably could have just took my user and just bailed straight back up to the strong side. I could have played a deeper hook, and I would have been fine. But I like how those seam flats, if you kind of look, how they play very aggressive on those in routes. See how that cornerback, 92 speed, he's going to take that tight end inside, he's going to be out in front of him. And the outside third is going to take the deep post. The mid third is going to take the deep post. So I was running a lot of that versus spread sets, and it was getting me some turnovers. Damn, he quit already? I'm about to find out. Yeah, you're not right. But you got more wins than losses. But we're going to keep this scheme going, fellas. I'm going to teach y'all, as long as you keep tuning in, y'all going to see some formations that I use versus certain sets. And we'll talk about it. And I'm diverting why I use what I use in certain sets versus certain sets, and we'll keep going from there. A couple of days ago I showed you guys how to use contain. You're not going to get that tip anywhere else. But let's hope we get another good game. So far, we're on a nice little win streak using this scheme. Like, I don't want to switch it up. Occasionally, you might switch all. Like, once you get a good lead, you don't want to spam. You don't want to give up, put all your eggs in one basket, and then, the snake comes and starts robbing the eggs. You don't want to do that. You just want to keep them eggs in a basket and come around for Easter, and that's it. After Easter gone, you put that thing back up.
National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills
at the same time,
Vegas Raiders.
You got to get them to go egg hunting. Use it enough to kind of keep them honest. Make them look in the basket. Don't give them the basket. Just make them look in and see what's inside.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And you caught smoke. Alright, so we got the empty base.
To the air right away is Allen.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first down, Allen.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Throwing again on second down. Allen forced out to his left.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled.
Good shit.
He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen.
Good shit.
Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once.
Now
they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills' opening drive yields 3.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was the true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But his opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave him 3 points.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, make our sub real quick. Also going to do another sub I'm going to show you guys. And that sub will be right here.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
Run, Jacobs.
Get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 39, Carr. That's the tight end, Jesper Horsted. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they can put him in a number of different places. In line, back, put him in
I'll do
case,
that.
they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a first down with that catch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Carr now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, come on now.
This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Again, they'll throw with Carr.
Oh, P.I.
Is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the
I always be trying to find new ways to match up with certain sets, man.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Here's Jacobs from the gun.
There they go, motion high block. Good fucking shit.
There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside.
Not gonna play run fit, so
Just
why
not a
not?
whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller.
I told y'all, fellas, they get to where they can't stop it. Then they just pick anything.
They got him involved there for
He came out and goal line. Oh, man. I fucking love it.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Carr will look to throw. And this will be caught. As they convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries.
We got this in the bag. Now we just play
Targets
defense.
a tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have
You can't stop it.
some catch radius.
You don't know how to match personnel. There's one adjustment, and I'm going to tell y'all fellas since y'all are subscribed. I'm just not going to do it during this game. There's one adjustment that you must do versus the motion height. And I guarantee you no one knows it. No one does it except me. Or if you follow my channel long enough, you know what I'm talking about. But I'll make sure I tell y'all after this game. There's one adjustment. Possibly you could switch it up and do the other version, but I'm going to tell y'all after this game. One adjustment's all you need.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Good, got body for
6.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Go back to the gun empty.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Allen. That's to Cook out of the
Tackle
backfield.
up.
And he is going to have a Bills first down,
Like
and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down
clock,
just
buddy.
shy of midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left.
Just slowed my guy down, but we got Webb over there. Oh.
Incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left.
I'm trying well, bro.
He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw all the
5-0.
way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping.
Good shit.
Get rid of it. He's taken down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen.
Got bodies over there.
To
Over
the
there.
tight end Knox.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
Well,
Trouble, but it's incomplete.
told you that one adjustment stops that motion height shit.
And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Well, look at that 3-man rush just coming through.
They get to it back at the 40. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
don't know yet.
Looking to throw. Allen. Finding Knox there.
Stay with it, bro.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Allen.
Good shit.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. A final shot before half for Allen. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
So we got our new gun.
We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down.
Like
Two still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back.
A little bit different than what I was running last year, but it's pretty much the same kind of thing.
Alongside Charles Davis.
Just not OP rolling it. Last year I was big on the OP roll.
And they will get the football here as the second half is now underway from the 6.
I think I'm doing fine now that Crosby got a decent rating. You know, I don't need to blitz as much.
The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
He can do it. He can do it all night long.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
I usually, man, it's like 4 years after.
It's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks.
Hopefully within the next year, you know.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Carr. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Carr.
Ooh, good back shoulder pass.
Gets target, the tight end Horsted. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Carr now on 1st down. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure
man, we can keep running crosses.
They got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
Ooh, good spin move.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and goal.
Who's going to cover the running back?
Touchdown Raiders.
Making too many adjustments over there. You overthinking.
From 8 yards out. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the
Gotta be simple, man. Match personnel, number 1. Number 2, gap assignment. Come on, man. Number 3, play your fucking assignment on the field. Don't overthink. Don't overcompensate, overadjust. Look at there. Where's your gap? Overthinking shit, man.
Scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. On as the Raider kickoff unit now.
Teach people, man, gap assignment football, man. Stop coming out here using these meta offenses and meta defenses. And then just staying in that shit thinking that that's gonna, you know, is everybody doing the same shit. And that's not entertaining. You know? Shit's boring. I come out and I find shit that works.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And I teach you the shit that
Their
works.
deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a
faster.
little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in.
Tackle.
You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Empty.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Getting the football to Davis.
See how they don't. The only thing I hate about this is they won't let you get on your user.
He's inside the 30. It's a
Only
gain
thing I
of
hate.
13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
Run it right into that zone.
The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
I'll throw it to my user anyway. I got 3 guys over there.
Intercepted.
Ooh, who is this Hall guy? Ooh, look at who Hall.
And the Raiders will have solid field position
T. Hall.
as they take over at their 40.
Man, probably so far on my depth chart.
That's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one
I think he's like the backup
it's going to come down the hands of the wrong
slot
team.
corner.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Crossers are hell, bro.
To Waller on the crossing route. Look at the big man rumble. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out.
It's going to suck if he loses his abilities, bro, because them tight end apprentice routes are nice.
When we come back,
Nah, they're not nice. They're nice.
On EA Sports.
But in mud, I can have tight end apprentice, so I'm not really going to be too worried about it. I mean, regs can be fun, but it just depends. You know, you really got to go in there and just be in your mindset, you know, what you're going to do. You can't be experimental. You just have to know your shit, you know, and trust the process. That thank you for pinching. I needed that.
Now they send a man in motion right. Here's Jacobs.
That's what happened when you finish. You open that run pick for me. Thank you.
Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders.
Why lineman says feed me. You got that lineman involved with the dance.
Touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull
No, he
away.
didn't.
Yeah,
No,
this was
he
a tight
didn't.
game until not too long ago.
I just got done telling him, oh,
And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores.
what did I say?
in the fourth quarter, and I don't see them looking
Like,
back.
don't finish the line.
Run it with Jacobs.
Don't run goal line.
Into the end zone again as he
Won't pick
scores
all them
both
blocks
the
up.
touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Got the Bills out here looking like a second-rate team. With the Raiders. With the 5 and 7 Raiders. Let's go.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From his end
Got
zone,
rid of my best defensive player, and we still out here doing things.
this return will net positive as he gets past
We don't need you, Abrams. I'm sorry.
27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Allen.
Tackle well.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Allen now on first down.
Going, bro. Come on. Oh, we still pick it off.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over here.
Can't run that gun empty on me, bro.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and
Who
panics.
telling you, following, telling you that you can run gun empty every fucking play?
So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't
But that ain't it.
right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, Carr. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr flush to his right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Carr completes it. He's got room at the 30.
How dare you put Edmonds on fucking Jacobson coverage?
Touchdown, Las Vegas. Third touchdown.
He's too big and bulky.
For Derek Carr. And the Raiders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
It's like 2 games back-to-back with just blew our opponent out in the fourth quarter, bro.
So
This team is
Carr,
nice.
he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Yeah, nice.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run it with Jacobs.
We just smash mouth football, run right through that shit like it ain't even there. Like, come on, man. What are your defense at?
The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
I'm going to tell you one other thing, fellas.
Taking in at the 3.
Mutt has made me a better Regs player. I'm not even going to lie.
Takes this near the
Like, I think I played roughly 500 ranked games in Mutt. You know, playing Regs made me a better Mutt player initially off the gate because I was competing with a very low overall. But I learned some stuff in Mutt that, you know, I've added to my game a little bit. You know,
the Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you
Everything's
through
about
this
being
patch.
conservative.
We need you
It's
to
okay
get
if
us
they get
back
5,
on
6
track
yard
and get us
passes.
going in the right
Just don't
direction.
give up
So you're
anything.
calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this
Make
hurts
them
the
earn their
defense.
points.
I want the ball in the hands of
Keep in mind that
X,
tip's
Y,
coming
and
at the
Z,
end
and
of
see
this
if we can
game.
move forward.
So don't
Make
get
sure y'all
too
stay
cute.
tuned.
Go to the playmakers. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Allen now looks to throw. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Here's Allen to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better
An
quarterbacks
empty
in the league,
defense.
but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
To try again after the sack. Allen working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the
Trying to see if I
tight
got
end.
anybody else with her.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To the air, Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant.
Here we go. Got Diggs
And he
doing
takes
stupid
this one
shit
down
now.
almost all the way.
A little too
to the
late for
30.
that.
Now the
Still.
Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
Fact that they
As
allow
they'll stop
that
it with just over
ridiculous shit
40
to happen.
seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen.
Yo, Crosby, get him!
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Too late for
And yeah,
that.
that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And oh, it's blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a
I like
touchdown
Bolton.
in this game,
6'4".
which hasn't really been a stellar contest for
About
them,
220.
they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole
88
lot going
agility,
right
that's
for them
nice.
in this game.
I know that when they get
Well, too late for China to win the game, bro.
This game went for this team.
You messed up when you tried to play gun empty versus me, bro.
And the hands team for the Raiders.
Like, that's a 2-minute offense. That's not a scheme
Like
offense.
they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they
You
couldn't
run a
get it.
2-minute offense because usually after the 5th or 6th time you come out and people dial in and be like, oh, this is where he's going with the ball.
Expecting an onside kick 80% of the time. The team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number.
You're not going to cover now?
Coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams,
First down.
93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Why not?
Carr going to look to throw.
I tried to see if I could. I probably could have put Waller over there and did that. To see what Jessica could do. We tried.
But it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game.
By the way, second blowout in a row. I probably had more than that. I'll go back and look at my recent
In the
games.
second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another
Continuation off of
and
this
they were
here.
able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of
Again,
team that
fourth quarter. Just the scoreboard just lights up in the fourth quarter because people start getting desperate. And that's the thing I noticed. Like if you go into the fourth quarter with the lead, or if it's a close game, usually people they just become pass heavy like crazy. So if you got a good pass defense, you can get turnovers and whatnot. You know, usually you can definitely. Oh shit, they got the demon, the shadow at 666. I love it, right? I'm gonna let that resonate for y'all for a second, then we come back with that huge tip that you guys need. Again. 666 is funny. All right, so back to it. No, I do not. No, I do not. The thing is, the big tip that I want to give you guys is when you're dealing with motion hikers, there's a couple of things that you can do. First and foremost, everything that I teach is alignment. If you aren't aligned, or if you just start doing random adjustments that messes with your alignment that isn't correct, you can discombobulate everything you're trying to do. You don't want to mess up your alignments. You don't want to mess up your run fits. So when people motion hike, you have to, catch on to how they're motion hiking. Are they motion hiking one side before it crosses and then hiking it before he crosses? Or are they motion hiking when he crosses the formation? Those are the two things that you need to pay attention to. And I'm going to tell you how to defend each one. Okay? If they're motion hiking before he crosses, like what I do, if he motion hikes under the receiver and stays on that side of the field, if you constantly see that, double base align. Okay? When you double base align, everything will rematch based off of where the receiver is. Okay? And that will do so much benefit for you. It'll keep everybody in their gap assignment and it won't take them out. Now, what I see people doing, when I do that motion, is they will just base align. Well, when you just base align, you take away your run fits. You take your corners out of run fits, your safeties are too far back to play run fits. I gotta get my phone and take this private chat crap out. So that's the first thing, is to double base align, all right? Just give me one sec. I'll load up. Got him. All right. So now, if they motion the receiver all the way across the formation and hike it, what you do right there, instead of doing the baseline or double baseline, the only thing you need to do is flip the play. Okay? So that's going to help you there. Now, I have rules when playing certain coverages that you need to know. So when you flip the play, you want to make sure you're playing the shit right. Versus 3-by-1, like you're playing a cover 3, and you got 3 receivers on one side, 2 on the other. The third safety needs to always be aligned technically to the field. I usually would just play it to the field, but you want to play it to the strength of the formation. Okay, whatever side has the 3 receivers on it, that's the safety that needs to be playing the inside third. Okay, I play with my auto flip off. I found that it runs my defense a little bit better, because sometimes when you have auto flip on and you try to flip certain blitzes, they glitch out and they won't align, and it'll mess up your gap assignment that I try to teach. And I can't run a defense where my gap assignments are getting construed by the game itself. So that's why I decided to turn the auto flip off and then just run it myself, because I understand the match principles and I understand which side needs to be playing what. But I'm going to teach you those things, okay? So like I said, if you have 3 receivers on one side, 2 on the other, and you're playing cover 3, the inside third needs to be matched on the side with the 3 receivers. That's your cover 3 match, or You know, any cover 3 assignment that you decide you want to play, that's how it needs to be aligned. If you're playing cover 6, now cover 6 can go either way, depending on the concepts that you're trying to defend. And I'm going to teach them to you, okay? If you're dealing with mid crossers or, you know, field crossers, okay, everything goes flood crossing, everything technically goes to one side of the field. The way to defend that is to make sure that you have everything aligned. Your field side will be quarter flat, and then your weak side will be deep half cloud flat. Now, if they're trying to run dual crossers, you need to run it flipped, okay? So usually if you just leave it as is with the quarter flat quarter lined up on the strength, you know, of the trips, and they all go vertical, what's going to happen is the tight end or whatever is going to drag underneath, and you're just going to get cooked with that. So if you're running cover 6 and you want to stop that, you flip the play, okay? And what's going to happen on the other side, the weak side, quarter and quarter flat will match up with the 3 receivers crossing over, okay? So once they cross to midfield, those crossers on those quarter, the quarter and quarter flat will match up with everything that crosses to that side of the field, and then the tight end will run right into that cloud flat. Okay, so that's if you're dealing with those type of crossers. Like I said, you can run cover 6 either way as long as you understand where they're going with the ball. Okay, so that's just something that you guys need to understand. Now, there is do's and don'ts for running like quarters and palms. Okay, if they're on either side of the hash, you do not run quarters or palms. You run cover 6. If they're midfield, you can run quarters or palms. It's just something that you guys need to understand. Okay. Trying to see what other defenses I run. Cover, like if you run big nickel, the rules for big nickel that I try to enforce is that tight end a blocker? Like is that tight end going to be able to block? You know, is that tight end's hand in the dirt like a lineman? That'd be the only time that I would consider running big nickel, really, if I feel like the tight end is a threat to block, because big nickel will give you better block sheds if you run it right. But usually, like I said, if they run in spread, you know, match up with it and dime. Okay, if they're running doubles or anything like that, you could run big nickel versus doubles. If they're running trips or anything like that, you can run the 2-4. Like there's a lot of different defenses. If they're playing under center, you can use the 3-3 or the 3-3 odd. You can use those. Just kind of, like I said, the more y'all watch me play, the more you're going to learn. The more you're going to be able to pick my mind apart on learning how to match up personnels with on the field, as opposed to sitting in there and just running one defense 5 million times over and over and over. Like, how do y'all do that? You know, it's like, I don't understand. Like, you go on, and then Madden will tell on you too. Madden tells on you. I'm going to show you how Madden tells on you. Now, you can see my defense and my offense, and I'm going to show you Madden tells you. It's about to tell on me here in a sec. So I'm about to show you. I'm going to show you my offense and my defense. Madden about to tell on me like a motherfucker, all right? I'm just going to show you. Like, you can scout yourself doing this too. Like, I'll go through phases where I'll try to lab stuff. So I'll have some plays on here with like a ludicrous amount of play calls, and then I'll have some with like less than, you know, everything, because I'm defending metas most of the time. But like I said, I will adjust and call different defenses based off of what I see, or, you know, based off experience. So It's going to have my go-to percentage. Strong 3%. I do not run weak a lot. I run it, but not a lot. I form 6%, single back 4%, shotgun 83%. I do not run Hail Mary. I do not run goal line. And I'm like 2% on this special teams, and I probably ran fakes on that. But it's going to tell on me now. Now if I go into strong, it's going to give you all your play calls. You know, obviously I like to dive in here the most. But like I said, I use all these play calls. For the most part, I've used everything. Some maybe not as much, because I really don't like this formation. I really don't. I mean, I might use it here or there, but I really don't like the formation. So you can see right here, I like the 94 wheel, as opposed to anything else in here. That and the halfback gut are probably the 1 and 2 that are running there. I form, it's going to tell on me. It's going to have my, you know, I got 2 plays over 100 calls. I got that inside zone I like. I got that 26 duo that I got the stretch that I've caught 152 times. Everything in here is pretty balanced though. It's not like I've just ran one specific play. I like the dive out here, the dive RPO. Said I've caught a lot of stuff in here. One play call for the spacing, 57 for the counter, 6 for the stick, 14 for the zone, 1 PA burst. That tight end drive looks interesting. I might try running that. I don't know. But like I said, it tells on you. And I'm about to show you my defense here in a second. Now, here's where it tells them. Look at the play calls in this formation. 2006 times I've ran the slant stick, and usually I use that in the red zone. Like, that's my go-to 2-point conversion play for the most part. As of late, that inside zone has been my go-to, so I might call it 20 times a game now, 15 to 20 times a game now, to make people respect it. So it's going to have a lot of looks. And you can see the average yards that I'm getting off of these, you know, which is pretty solid. You know, I got the PA vert, 609, average 12.8. Look at the red zone scissors that I got. Over 3,000 calls, and I'm averaging over 16 yards per attempt. I don't really get a lot off of that RPO, because like I said, I only use it in short yards. You got the verticals, average over 11. So, like I said, we're gonna go to the defensive side, and I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. Like it'll tell on my shotgun bunch. I've ran that spacing switch. It might be my go-to. And you're about to get, I don't know how you keep finding this channel, bro, but I don't want you commenting. Like I said, everything I'm averaging in gun bunches, obviously every play is almost guaranteed a first down. At least everything that I've ran, and that bench pivot, anything over 16 is definitely I've been getting 1 play touchdowns off of. So I can say that. So if it's 16 or higher, it's got a high rate of 1 play touchdowns. So that's that bench pivot is my go-to in gun bunch. Gun normal. You got that comeback Z post averaging over 10. That inside cross is a sleeper. See how I get 13.7? That's a money play. Anything y'all see that I get a lot of yards off of, 13, 14, you definitely need to check it out, man. You can do some damage with it. So I'm just gonna go through them. I don't think I run doubles, Y flex. I don't run this formation. See U trips. You got that PA fork. Over 12. But I'm gonna wait till I get to the defensive side though, fellas. I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. Got a couple plays in here over 11. That drive post over 12. Like I said, I don't have a lot of play calls in here. Cause I don't run trips, you know, like everybody just copy paste. You know, everybody in the game running trips and stuff. Like I'm not that guy that's gonna just do something because everybody else is doing it. But you'll see a lot of people running trips. Like I like this doubles Y flex. So you can see I've ran that inside zone over 1,500 times, averaging over 4. Had PA deep outs is fucking money. Like I can't even lie. Call that shit like 5,000 times. I told you this shit go tell on me, man. But you got all these other calls in here and they're pretty solid too, so. But everything, you know, for the most part. I don't run a lot of tray wide flex, so you see them like 3 calls, 15, like I don't run it a lot. I might, if I do, I probably run it in like butt challenges or something. I don't really run that a lot. I get 14 off that PA switch, but I don't run it in regs, I can tell you that. That verticals, I'm thinking that might be my new go-to because it's very good versus cover 3. Like especially if they spam it. And you know more often than not you're going to be going up against people that have auto flip on. So what I like to do is just come out intentionally on the wrong way with it already flipped and then flip it at the line. And then that seam route's just going to burn toast, you know. It's just, I like that formation. I don't run a lot of gun empty, so I won't have a lot of plays here. I don't run a lot of gun empty. I'm not, like I said, I'm not that guy. All right, so now we'll go to the defensive side. Y'all gonna see this defense. My defense is gonna be all over the place. All right. We've called enough prevents. But, you know, I've called, for the most part, you know, called everything that I possibly could in that formation. All right, so big nickel. You can kind of see the average yards, you know, obviously you want to get in situations where you're not averaging over like that. The league average is 7 yards. I want to say 7 to 8 is the league average. So if you can get around the league average, you're fine. If your shit start, you know, getting a little bit higher, like roughly 9 or higher, then, you know, you might need a little work in it. But I'm just going to kind of go through here and see what I'm running. For the most part, is my play calls. My palms defense should be like really high on this. So we're at 461 on quarters, 347 on this strong safety blitz, 135 cover 2, 292 cover 6, 276 corner blitz, which I've been using versus bunch sets, 66 on the cover 2 man. I've used that against spread bunches, I think. It's cover 6 invert. Like I said, I use that versus crossers. 475. I didn't run a lot of, like, I think at the end of me running the cover 0 out of the 3-4, I ended up switching to big nickel, and I decided not to run cover 0. So like I ran it a couple times. I was like, nah, I ain't got time to be doing all these adjustments. So yeah, that palms coverage. I tell you, I was just killing people with that for the longest, bro. It's like 3,535 calls. That's not too bad. I'm only averaging 7.7 with that many calls. I tell you, this thing gonna tell on me. It's like I said, it's a scouting tool for yourself. You know, see where you're at. You know, see what you're using too much, or You find your go-to play. Like I like the quarters in this. So it should tell me like quarter should be like the most called in here. It's like between the quarters. I like the cover 3 blitz. I was trying to cover the cover 0. I don't like the cover 0. Cover 0's ass. Don't believe the hype when people put their little TikTok videos up telling you to run the cover 0. Don't do it. Between the Sam blitz 3 and the cover 4 quarters, those will be your defenses in this. I think those are the most prominent. Alright, we can go look at our 3-4 eye. I run a lot of match coverage in 3-4 eye. Like if they run pro sets, I will run a lot of cover 6 and the cover 3 blitz in the quarters. I do know. Sometimes I might throw in that trap. As you can see, my play calls are all over the place. When I was doing the cover 0 earlier, like you see early in the season, I was getting away with the cover 0. You know, I ran it damn near 5,000 times. You know, and I was good with it. You know, but like I said, lately I've just been delegated to just using match coverages. So you'll start seeing these other numbers climb up pretty high as well. But like I said, you can use this as a scouting tool for yourself. You know, see where you're at when you're play calling. As long as you see that you're using every formation there is, and you're not just using one. See, like, look, back when I was in that cover 0 haze, you know, I was just murdering everybody with mid blitz. You know, I think I was doing that very beginning of the year. Like very, very beginning, like when I was trying to find what defense I wanted to use, and I was still trying to figure out, you know, because I'm adjusting from running a lot of 4-3. You know, when we switched our personnel this year, and I really didn't feel comfortable starting off with the 3-4 odd, because I was trying to change things around because something didn't seem right for it. Now I have it set up perfectly, but you know, I ended up just running a lot of straight nickel defenses early in the year until I could adapt to understanding when I needed to use the 3-4s, you know, so that I'd be able to be versatile or whatever. So, like I said, I was running a lot of mid blitz back in the, and I made it to what, top 5 just running the mid blitz, but I don't think you'll be able to. At this point, you know, when everybody's starting to understand the game a little bit, I don't think you'll be able to just keep running that anymore. You got to get a little bit more advanced. So, like I said, I don't run a lot of 3-3 cup, but you will use this versus under center. It's more like a single back. Like if they got 2 tight ends up close, you use it as a single back version. I won't run a lot of 3-3 odd. I think I was beginning to play with this at the end of using the mid blitz. I was just trying to find different versions. 3-3 odd is actually pretty good versus like bunch sets and like tight sets. Like if I can't find a blitz that works in, you know, my regular nickel, I'll start coming into 3-3 odd because 3-3 odd has very good blitzes. The slot comes at an angle that is almost impossible to block, you know, when you blitz this slot in here. Like I said, I'll use that versus like gun tights just because of the angles come so wide on that blitz. And like I said, I'll probably run a lot of 2-4. I'll probably have a ridiculous amount of quarters calls, yo. 763 on the quarters. 518 on the invert. That's my 1 and 2. Those are my money plays, really. The cover 2 invert, which I use for crossers out of gun tight and stuff. And then my cover 3 seam might start going up pretty soon too, but I do use a lot of cover 6 as well. That's my stock play call. And then like I said, they play spread or empty. You got your dime 2-3-6. Last year I was running the Okie rolls. The Okie roll in this one doesn't match up like you want it to. Like, I could probably get it off. I just don't. Like, because it's mandatory for the guy to drop and then you deal with play flippers and stuff, it's a little bit trickier to work, you know. And then the other thing that I don't like about it is the position of the curl flat defender. He's inside. You know, that's another thing that I don't like. Because they can go like a quick out route. Because he's right here, he's not going to be able to get to the flat. So you would have to move him out. See, you would need, like, in order for him to run the Okie roll the way I want him to run, he needs to already be out here. Like, that would be an adjustment that you would have to do. Like, if you're going to run this defense and you know that they're not flipping it, that would be the first thing that you must do, is just get him the fuck away from that position on the line. Then you could set up how I ran this shit last year, where I would, you know, probably do my contains, and then I would use her, or, you know, something where I might like start manning him up and then man him up, like, and I can run the Ogie roll like I did last year, and then just play everything, you know, take anything deep away or whatnot. But if you're dealing with, you know, people that quick hike and stuff, and they see this Okie roll and they immediately, you know, you're gonna deal with people that play flip, and then they'll hike as soon as they fully flip, because they'll be doing their hot routes as the play's flipping, and you're not gonna have time to adjust, you know. But it's viable if you're dealing with like a novice player. You know, you could definitely, you know, throw it in there, but it's not going to be something like I used last year as a clutch go-to defense. Something I wouldn't use in comp. I might throw it in there a play or two depending on what I see my opponents do. But it's not something that I'm going to be like, I'm just going to run this shit just because I know it works. Like last year, you could do that. You can do it this year, man. So other than that, like I said, I'm going to play some more games here for you guys. Did I give you all the other two? Yeah, I told you all about the play flip and the double baseline for dealing with the motion hikers. So that should help you guys. Also, another thing, fellas, is make sure you understand your roster. You know, you don't want to just be like, you have the same players for everything. Everybody has a role. And you have to use their roles. Use their roles correctly, it'll benefit you.